Hi, welcome to my channel about embedded systems, visitechniek and robotics. This video is focused on my ESP32 embedded system with quite a bit of electronics and visitechniek support for the servo motor and the visitechniek motor. Last time I ended my experiment for this transistor because it is probably blown and I don't have a replacement. So I'm going to try to get this temperature sensor applied to it. This is temperature and humidity sensor. This one is just temperature, and I have to apply it somehow on this board and to a port that is free. So in order to do that, to show everything, I switch to screencast. With three terminals or windows. One is obviously the camera, then in the Arduino environment the source code, and here's a serial terminal. Then Fritzing with all components and well, schematics. Going here, where should I put that ESP? Because when I look at it, this tiny thing, then it turns out from schematics that the left leg is for the power, the right leg is for ground, and the middle leg is the output of the temperature sensor and the input to the ESP. So the most logical thing, I think, is somewhere here. And then three wires. I have three long wires to make it myself a bit easier. And then ground should obviously go here or there somewhere. This is power. Ground can be in the same matter. Here to ground, leaving only the middle leg which goes here, and then which pin on the ESP should it go to? Well, that's a different matter. Which one is suitable for it? So to be sure, I will have to check which one can be used for analog input, which one is free, and how to program it. I have searched my documentation and I found that there's no problem in using either pin number, which I think it should be, so I'm going to use pin number 35, which I have defined as TMP3602, which is the type number of the sensor. Then declaring some variables, TMP read, TMP volt and TMP C for Celsius, temperature itself. Those I want to use obviously, so I have typed some code, and I didn't make up this code by myself, I just copied it from the internet because everything is done before. I just hope I didn't make any typos myself, so this should be working, but I have to yet connect the wire. So I am now going to do just that, and repairing it, and then it should be right here. And that is all a bit small, all digits, so I'm going to yeah, it's in 35. Then apart from that, I want to know that it is correct in here. Temperature sensor. I'm going to use it. Alright. So a wire from here, since this is supposed to be volt right here, this one is going to be right there, which is obviously a little bit different than I did in reality. But I can change the reality to this. Then one wire, this one should be red, by the way. Wire color is red. This one, wire color is black. And then this wire to 35 somehow. A band. How? Well, let's do it here. Right, another bend. Taking it here somewhere. Another bend. And then, yeah, where to put it? Well, let's just put it here. I don't care. And change the wire color to orange. So this is the temperature sensor. With this added, I still have to upload it and then check for it's working. So let's upload. And I did make a few typos and some other stuff, so I hope this is the final error that I'm correcting. Yes, that was the final error. It's uploading. Well, that's nice that actually one motor is immediately operating. The same segment display is operating. LDR is operating right here. Buzzer, obviously. Humidity, transistor, and there we go. Alright. 20 volts. I don't think so. I would be very dead right now if that is correct. So I doubt that that is correct. This is much more the case, 25. So I guess there's something wrong with the factors that I'm using here somehow. But I took them from the internet, so there may be something wrong. Let's check it out if there are more sources which give other values. And I did miss something because here in the code I have to multiply it with the voltage, and I used 5.0 volts, but I realized that I'm using the output for the ESP as 3.3 volts. So then again, this is not good either. Voltage is TMP volt. Divided by 1024, that's alright. So I have to look a little bit further because I would love to have this the same value as 25. Despite the fact that I have searched now for several sources, it keeps coming down to this formula somehow, and I thought I had found a cause for the bad readings. Going back here, I have to go here, where I have added the zeros into the declarations. Otherwise, if you do not declare them really zero, then they may take any value, which can be very confusing. I also added DHT11 to the output for this blue sensor. So also reading that this TMP3602 is a very old sensor. Does that matter? Maybe yes, maybe no, but fact is that it still doesn't operate as well as hoped. I changed all this, well, I swapped these lines, so I had to change a few things, but it still doesn't operate. How to continue? Not quite sure. Does it function? Well, it gives a value, but that's all it does. If I look here, can I do something like this? Read temperature, yeah, but it is this is a real library that I'm using, and for the TMP I'm not using any library at all. It's just reading in a temperature or some value at the pin, and then it does some calculation, which is quite different, of course. Can I do more? Well, so far all information has brought me the same information, all sources I mean. So I'm not quite sure what to do next with this. Temperature is of course not 13 volts, it's mostly, is there something I can do? TMP volt. That is way too high. It's 33 volts. So I think I could dive into that for a bit. In order to get things a bit right, or completely right, I've tried a few things. First of all, I have changed the voltage from 5 volts to 3.3 volts. So no longer connected to the red line here, but connected to the voltage coming out of the ESP, which is in this case 3.3 volts. Then reading about the analog to digital conversion, which happens at pin 35. No need to do anything except reading, and then which value is being read. That is 4095. 12 bits, which is alright. So that explains also why if you divide it by 1024 that you get 4. No surprise there. Then following the whole thing which I find over and over again on the internet about this one, the sensor, and I get all of this, which still doesn't make any sense. So what's wrong? I don't know. So, a lot of people appear to have the same problem or different problems, but anyway, it's not problemless, it's not without a problem using this one, which is, as already said, pretty old. I have of course adapted this schematics, so now it no longer goes to the 5 volts, but it goes now all the way to the 3.3 volts. I have not yet done anything here because I do not have, that I know, a TMP36 object component. Right, TMP, nope, nothing at all. Basic devices, temperature sensors, nothing at all. So I think it's not even there. So I have to make up something, which I'm not going to do. So only thing I can say, it is going to be connected right here. A basic device like what? Not really. Nothing. Alright. Then it won't be. Then it will be only this one. And that's it for now. To be continued. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, click the bell for notification. You can also follow me via Twitter and Instagram, and you can support via PayPal, Ko-fi, and by becoming a patron. Please take a look at my website, which is listed under this video, for more interesting projects on fish technique and embedded systems. For now, have a great day, stay safe, take care, bye.